What up, though?
Hey.
Welcome back to your favorite late night podcast. Late night with Nate and Adrian. I definitely did not time that one out. Late night with Adrian. I'm your boy Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Prettyberg.
Like I said, welcome back. Shout out to the No Sleep crew. Make sure you like, subscribe on all of your favorite podcast platforms and YouTube. Hit that bell for us. We appreciate y'all.
As always, keep
What
on
up,
doing
El Bouguet?
it.
You know,
Nothing much.
we hype over here. We hype.
As you should be. As you should be. You got a new soundboard. You out here
We're doing our
experimenting
thing.
your ass off right now.
We are doing our thing. Next week for episode 46, I'll make sure I don't cut off those horns for y'all. I'll make sure y'all get the full horns. Matter of fact, let me just give y'all the full horns right now. Welcome back to another episode of Late Night with Nate and Adrian. There y'all go, folks. I didn't want to cheat the No Sleep crew with their horns. So,
No. Shouldn't. You shouldn't at all. You
I'm
shouldn't.
a perfectionist.
Yeah.
We do what's right.
I was gonna say, what's been going on with you this week? I feel like you always ask me, and we don't never hear about your week.
That's okay, because I'm pretty boring. Sometimes I feel like you do more than myself. So
I do, but that's okay.
Yeah, you do. See, that's what I'm saying. We all know this. My week, let's see. I lost a friendship.
What?
Yeah, a white friend, a Wahite friend, and that. I was just like, damn, this is what we've come to the crossroads here. And in true Wahite fashion, they always play that victim. They always manage to make it about themselves. And I was like, I really don't want to end the friendship on this. It was actually over collard greens. It was actually over collard greens. That is what kind of started. That's how silly this argument was. I know y'all probably think you lost a friendship over collard greens. And let me just tell you why. Let me just tell you.
Not collard greens. No,
Not turnips, but collards. Not turnips, but the collards. I got a really good joke about collard greens too. But yeah, it was just like she was like, you should try putting nutmeg in your collard greens. And I was like, what? Exactly. That was so Boogie. You've been eating collard greens, I'm assuming, probably your entire life, or some type of green. Have you ever, in the history of your Black life, ever seen or yourself put nutmeg in greens?
That is a new one for me.
I think it's a new one for all Black folks. And I was just like, I'm not interested. That's not something that I want to do. I was like, Black folks, we don't put nutmeg in greens. The whole, why does it always have to be about race? And I was like, this is not about race, it's about taste. And I was like, according to the Black palate, nutmeg does not go on greens. And I was like, I was trying to think about how many things we actually put nutmeg on. And I was like, I guess maybe Christmas time, if you're one of those Blacks that likes eggnog.
But like, what's the taste? What's the actual taste of nutmeg? Like, I have the seasoning of nutmeg, but I've never actually like gone out. When you put a little pepper or a little salt in your hand and you do one of them lick tastes to just get a fit, or the paprika. When I first figure out, heard about paprika, I'm like, hey man, what does paprika really taste like?
Paprika, not a goddamn thing. Unless you get the smoked paprika. This is like, I put too much of this shit in here. I feel like nutmeg is like a milder cinnamon taste. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a different. It does have like an earthy kind of, but I was just like, that's not what we put in greens. I was like, you might see some vinegar in there, some hot sauce, a little sport pepper, onions, maybe some salt. I was like,
yeah,
those are typically what we do. You are so close-minded, and I was like, I'm not close-minded. I was like, I'm not about to let a Wahite tell me.
Y'all went into that conversation.
Oh yeah, the conversation went there. And I was like, I'm not about to let a Wahite tell me about something
you're gonna keep pushing that, thinking that it's gonna work. Okay,
I like Wahite because I'm just saying Wahite. Okay. I'm not going to let a yite person tell me how to cook something that is from my culture. You know, like I don't tell white people how to, put raisins in potato salad, or any of that other dumb shit that they do. I'm like, that's what y'all do. Like, I'm not eating it, but it's like, don't try to tell me. And she just kept on going and going and going. And then she said, this is a dumbass hill for you to want to die on. And I was like, I'm not the person dying on the hill, ma'am. You are. And I wanted to make sure.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, she did. I wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping. So I reached out to some of my other black friends and I was like, yo, am I tripping? And one of my black friends, she was pretty much like, you ain't tripping. And she was like, tell her, man, sit your dumb ass down. That's pretty much what she said. She was like, tell your friend that right there.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. And I was like, I don't, because you know me.
Yes.
I don't like to argue unless I don't like you. Then I'm like, okay, we're already here. Let's do this argument thing.
Yeah, just go all the way out.
And I was like, I don't want to end a friendship on this. I don't have a lot of white friends for reasons like this. And the inner white woman came out, and it was just like, ugh. It was just like, I have to just tell you that I'm a Karen. And I was like, yeah, this is.
Now you understand what mansplaining might feel like for some of us.
That's what that is. And I was like, this is not a good feeling. And I even went further. I was like, this is why a lot of black people don't have a lot of white friends, because of shit like this. It's like you are trying to impose yourself in a realm that you don't know anything about, especially when I've told you this is not something that we do. And I was just like, go ahead, play the victim. See ya.
So sorry for you.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on for me. What's been going on in your world?
I just returned, did another trip, if you will.
Where in the world was Adrian San Diego?
Actually went to Cabo for the first time.
Okay.
Cabo San Lucas.
So how was it? How much tequila did you drink?
Oh, it was tequila going all around, left and right. Clase Azul. I was getting high and drunk left and right. It was quite an experience. Very expensive, but quite an experience, especially when you wanna live luxuriously.
I agree.
And when I realized how expensive my taste was, I realized I need to do way more than what I'm doing right now.
That is it's like, when did I get so goddamn bougie?
Where did this come from? Because there are moments, there are sprinkles of my bouginess here and there. Yeah. Like, excuse me? No, I will never. I don't do meat. I don't do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I don't do that. No, thanks. But yeah, I realized, that shit costs doing high-end shit. It really does. I mean,
it's so worth it.
Oh man, it was so worth it. Went out there for a wedding.
Okay.
And that wedding was epic. It was beautiful. It was epic. And I was just like, damn, this is black people really doing this shit.
From the pictures that you have posted and everything, I was like, oh, them niggas went ham.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the wedding coordinator, because it was beautiful. It looked amazing.
She was out there too. She got flued out there too. I was like, God damn.
For what they paid, she about to take another vacation off of that. Like, thank you very much.
Man, it was fireworks galore. I'm talking about as soon as we walked into the hotel, we had a nice little gift bag, beach bag, all of the essentials, THC stuff. It was really getting y'all high. Oh yeah, everything was personalized. They had monograms on everything just to make sure we knew who wedding it was this weekend. I was like, God damn, let's go.
Them niggas.
We had a personal concierge. I was like, oh, this is what having money feels like for the weekend. I was like, right. I want this.
So what was the feeling of when you brought your ass back to the States?
I just instantly felt tired and poor.
Yeah, I was going to say, what hit you first? Was it the tiredness or the lack of money? Which one was it?
I think it was both simultaneously. I was just like, Poor tired. Oh,
goddamn.
goddamn.
Here we go again.
Man, I mean, it's all good, and it just makes me more motivated and inspired to keep doing what we're doing, just so we can have moments of like gratitude and turn up shit and just
you got to do it. So,
live our
question
best.
that everyone wants to know: did you unpack your bag? Is your bag still packed?
That'll be. I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay. Yes, it's still packed.
Yes, it's still very packed, Johnny, and I'd like to go for it's it's gonna be packed for the next few days as well.
2 weeks.
No, I'm gonna give it till the end of the week.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to the end of the week. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the end of the week because the first day coming back was a loss.
Yeah, you're not touching it.
Yeah, that was a no-go. And then I looked at it the next 2 days. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get to y'all. I'm gonna get
eventually.
To you. Yeah.
What's the max? What's the max you've gone on vacation and left your bag sitting?
About 2 weeks.
And is it so? It's 2 weeks now. Do you go in that bag to grab certain things, or I don't need nothing in this?
Yeah, no. I grab a few things like the essentials, the toiletries and stuff like that I knew. I don't like. I'm the plastic bottle girl that likes to pour all the current stuff that I have in my bathroom and not just buy little mini travel size stuff.
Yeah, I do that too.
I don't like all that because why am I wasting my stuff that I just purchased? I just purchased a full size of shampoo, of body wash, like whatever have you. What I look like buying a mini version of it just so for a few days. Nah.
Yeah, not to mention, them little samples are expensive as fuck. Them travel size stuff. You better off just buying the big bottle and fill them. I always do that. And most of the time, you don't use all that soap anyway, so it just sits in there. So it's like, oh, toiletry bag is already packed for next time we go.
Right. What, you washing your ass 4 or 5 times a day? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if you go through that much soap on vacations, you was a dirty ass. Dirty.
Yeah, like, person. Or you just having stomach problems and you need to really clean that ass.
Hey man, IBS is up now.
Actual thing. Yes,
IBS is running rampant through the communities.
Yeah.
Right. That's what IBS stands for. I be shitting.
Uncontrollably. Fuck.
Yo, I don't wish that upon no one. I hope, Lord Jesus, please don't ever let me get the I be shitting disease. Yo, man. For those of you who are due to the pod, this is episode 45, 5 away from 50. We'd like to do a segment that we call
I'm tipping my hat.
Which is where we tip the hat to those who are doing dope things on the timeline. Like you said, Adrian, I always have you go first, so I'm gonna go first this time with the tip of the hat. I think last week it was Lewis Hamilton Jr. won his 100th race, now we got Bubba Wallace becoming the first black driver since 1963 to win a NASCAR series race. The first black since 1963. We are taking over motorsports. We 2 for 2, Lewis Hamilton and Bubba. And not only did Bubba get his first victory, MJ did, which I didn't know. Michael Jordan was the owner of the car that Bubba drives. I had no idea. Michael Jordan is the first principal black owner of a full-time cup team to win since 1973. So the first black to own a car or a group since 1973. I mean, that speaks volumes, and they both got their first victory. So shout out to them. I knew Michael had like the motorcycles. I knew he was in like the motor racing. I didn't know it was NASCAR. So that brother always find a way to keep making money.
I mean, he knows his shit, except for coaching and owning a basketball team. Like, other than that, Michael Jordan knows how to get the bag. And shout out to him. Shout out to Bubba for sure. I know he's been waiting on that.
Yeah, man. Wow. So. I didn't know this was his first, but hey, shout out, tip my hat to that brother, man. Keep putting your foot on that gas, so to speak. And hopefully more brothers go out here, sisters go out here, and let's get in these cars and let's win these races. Because as fast as people be driving out here in Chicago, I
was just
guarantee
about to say
there's some folks that should be in NASCAR.
It's some reckless drivers that need to be on NASCAR, okay, to really show them what y'all got, okay.
It's like y'all are wasting y'all talents and driving up y'all's insurance premiums. Y'all need to be out here for NASCAR.
Yeah, I've seen niggas drive backwards on a one-way and just zooming through cars. And I'm just like, ain't no way in hell you just randomly doing that. Nah, nigga, you've had practice and you've been doing this, nigga. You are a pro and you need to show your talents to everybody, okay?
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I've been in Chicago for probably like 12 years now, and I will tell you this. I have seen some driving here in Chicago that I will never see any place else. It is some shit that y'all Chicagoans do here, and it's just like, okay. I was like, all right, I'm not messing with y'all. I was like, y'all got the road. I mean, hey, do you think?
Yeah, you thought Biker Boys, the movie was like a new introduction of black people riding. No. Go on the expressways, man, and see what these motherfuckers be doing.
Them niggas is driving like Tyrese and the Fast and the Furious. That second one, he had that little purple car. That's how y'all be driving out here. Y'all just be wild.
Yeah, real talk.
Yo, who you got for? Shout out to Michael Butler. Shout out to them.
Who I got? Let me see. We taking it back. We taking it back. Okay, to Rap City. Rap City is back again to reprise, if you will, this wonderful show, Rap City, and they decided to bring back Big Tigger, the second host. I don't know if you guys remember that. He was the second host. It was
who was the first?
Claire. I forgot his first
name. Joe Claire?
Yeah, Joe Claire.
Okay.
Yep. He was the first host, but Big Tigger.
That's right. He was.
He was. Look it up, guys.
Yeah, Joe Claire, he hosted a lot of stuff on BT.
He did. He did it all. He definitely did it all. But to me, I felt like it was only right to bring back Big Tigger because as much as people don't want to admit, Big Tigger was spitting bars in the cypher room as well. And he was easily doing it on top of the dome. People was coming in with rehearsed stuff.
Yeah, they did.
Big Tigger was like, oh, this is what y'all do professionally? All right, let me fuck y'all heads up real quick.
Let me show y'all youngins what a real freestyler is like. What's crazy is there were quite a few episodes where his freestyle was better than the niggas getting paid millions for it.
That's what I was gonna say. There's definitely been episodes where I was just like, damn, Tigger, you killing them with the heat. You giving them real heat. Rap was looking at him like, hey, my man, aren't you a TV correspondent? Like, stay your radio jock personality self in your place. No, Big Tigger wasn't playing.
I'm not new to this.
Facts. Literally.
So is it back like for good, or was it just back for like the BET Hip Hop Awards?
So it is coming back for good.
Okay.
DJ Drama is also the DJ.
That's dope.
That would be going along, hosting alongside Big Tigger. And I got a chance to actually watch the first, I think it's the initial episode right before the BET Hip Hop Awards. Okay. And it was very entertaining. They had rappers galore on there stopping by, speaking, of their experiences when they first got on the couch and then got on and did the cypher. But it's exciting. Big Tigger look like he hasn't aged whatsoever. They got a new set. I mean, he's probably plant-based, but he don't want to admit it.
How many times did DJ Drama drop Gangsta Grills?
Good question. That's a very good question. It was only once due to copy infringement. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's BET, not Gangsta Grills, you bastards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? It's dope that they're bringing that back because it's gonna bring a lot of like the new generation of hip hop heads. They get to see it, and this is something cool for them, like what we got to experience when we came home, from school and everything. But I do hope if they're bringing this back, they got to bring Cedar's World back. They got to bring Hits from the Streets back. Remember the moo, sigh, moo?
Yep.
Milky.
Yeah.
Got to bring that back. Cedar's World has to come back. What else? Teen Summit. I ain't gonna watch it, but for the youths, they need that. I mean, BET had a lot of quality.
Yeah, I didn't know. So I didn't know Rap City actually started in 1989.
I did not know that either.
Yeah, I had to look it up. It says Rap City first made its way into living rooms around the world in 1989. The show was dubbed as one of the most premier hip hop series dedicated to rap music videos. And I'm just like, 1989.
Yeah.
89. 89. That's what I had to read that out. I was like, 89. I think I was 1 year old.
Yeah, I was like, 89 niggas was like, these are the breaks.
Yeah. like for real. 1989.
Was Joe Claire was hosting 89?
So I was trying to find who was hosting it in 89, but I think it was Joe. But I will say this. They were showing new rappers, up and coming rappers in the cypher, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know none of these.
Yeah, not a single one of them.
I will say I was watching some of the BET Hip Hop Awards, 85 South hosted it again. Job. Actually did it live. There were a few rappers that I didn't recognize, and then there were a few rappers that new rappers that I did recognize that was in the cypher, and I was pleasantly impressed. Granted, that beat was trash, but I was impressed.
You are like the 800th person to say that beat was trash. Like no one, like from top to bottom, everybody's like, man, BT, y'all gotta do a better job with them beats. So
that beat wasn't. Would you agree that it was a good beat, or what do you think?
I thought it was too fast. I was just like,
it was way too fast. It was way too fast.
Some of them with their styles, you could tell some of them had really good flows and everything. You could tell, like, okay, these are some writers or whatever, but it was like they just couldn't get it off based on like that beat. It should have been something different. Who was it? Premier? Is that the one who normally does DJ Premier? They should have had him doing it. I don't know who they got to do it. It was, but hey, it is. I mean, it was some nice ones.
Right. They worked it out. I see BET is trying to come back, trying to get back to their roots. Shout out to Sheets, who was one of the writers. We had her
friend of the pod.
So shout out to her, always rocking it. So
definitely, who else is coming back? The Green Eyed Bandit himself, Donnie Simpson. They bringing back the video. Was a Video Soul?
Really?
I saw that one. Yeah, they announced that one was coming back too.
Whoa.
So all our aunties and uncles gonna be tuning in.
I did not hear about that. Whoa.
The question is like, what songs are they gonna be? Because the artists now, some of them can't be played on there.
I was just gonna say, how is that even gonna work?
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen? Genuine. These niggas that ain't really doing nothing, they gonna, hey, look, y'all time to shine is right now.
You better bring back TGT.
I don't think anybody wants TGT back. I don't think even them niggas don't want that shit back.
Yeah, especially not Tank. Tank, like, I can't keep working with these niggas.
These emotional ass niggas. I was like, oh man, that is fucking hilarious. On that note, I think it's time to get into this first ad.
Perfect time, man.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I got to tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code that gives you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code late night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast.
I figured we'd also bring up our honorable mentions of our tippins real quick.
Honorable mentions of the tippins. Go ahead. Let's go first. What's your honorable
mention? I was just gonna say my honorable mentions, none other than the young black brother that decided to sue Tesla, Elon Musk, if you will, company for exposing the company for failing to stop racial abuse. Okay, he worked there for 2 years as an elevator engineer, and he said he was receiving racial epithets, just racist remarks. They put swastikas in everywhere. Yeah, and he kept meticulous reports and pictures and recordings. Hey man, that's the way to do it, because companies will literally build a case on you to fire you just to make sure.
Trash.
Yeah, and so he did the exact same thing, and guess what? A few years later, he has now been awarded $137 million.
What's crazy is another dude that was in that same plant got million. And how salty do you got to be? You like, I know I got $1 million, but 137, like 130, I'd be punching my lawyer. I'm like, my nigga, like, can we retry this case or something? Because he got 137. How am I gonna get one?
Yeah. His case was pretty tight. Again, he worked there for 2 years, and it took him 4 years to get this money. But
that's the case I'm going to see through.
Facts.
I tell everyone, one, HR is not your friend. HR works for the company. They are there to destroy you. Anytime you have an issue, write that shit down. Let this brother be an example. I've had some issues on previous jobs where I myself sued a former company. I didn't get 137 million, but I got a little something, just from keeping notes, man. Like, if you have dates, that's the most important thing. Dates, just date the shit, and just put a little detail here.
Make a note, put it around. Yep, make a note, make notes, make a date. I normally would just email it to myself. Yeah. That's the easiest thing alive. Because there's been some stuff that happened to me and at a company, and they gave me the largest severance pay because they did not want me, right? Because they did not want me to come out with the stuff that I've collected. Okay.
I still would have came out with it. I was like, yeah, fuck y'all. I'm still gonna do this. Or did you sign one of them?
They were going broke. They were going broke. So they decided to give me this little money.
Kudos to that brother. And I wish it was me. I'll take a little bit of racism for $137 million. Just a little bit of racism.
I too.
These are the moments where you be like, damn it, Jesus. Like, God Almighty, how come this could not happen to me? Like, come on.
I see what you're doing for others. Come on.
Please let it happen for me, Lord. Jesus,
right.
Please.
Who's your honorable mention?
My honorable mention goes to none other than Mr. Your Dad Don't Like Me himself, Nick Cannon, for paying off tuition for a couple students at some HBCUs. HBCUs are near and dear to my heart. So anytime people are giving back to students at those schools, it's always a dope ass thing.
Absolutely.
So shout out to him. Just the thought of not having any type of student loan debt, man, that is amazing.
Yeah.
The amount of pressure and stress on a lot of students who are trying to pay for just worrying about those things where your grades might slip, that is definitely dope. So shout out to Nick Cannon and those students.
Absolutely. All right. First topic, if you will.
First topic of the day. It's a doozy.
Oh, here we go.
This nigga right here.
We knew this. We knew we were gonna talk about this. Come on, y'all. We knew.
I mean, we really did, and I just gotta be like, Sage, like, what are you doing? I mean, for the longest time, we have
for the
known.
Listeners, yeah, for the listeners, I know you don't see these images, but
that's right.
Go ahead.
My bad. Shout out to Boogie for making sure I include you guys, the listeners. For the listeners that are out there, we're first topic of the day, Sage Steele. You know, she's been kind of been in hot water lately. She was on well, most of her career. She was on Jay Cutler's podcast, and they were talking about a number of things, including how she felt like Barack should not identify as black because he didn't know his father. Yeah, it's one of those comments where, again, we all know who Sage Steele is, and she's from time she's always shown us who she is. She has shown us from the beginning that she doesn't like black people. She doesn't even like being black herself. And for her to even say that because you didn't know your black father, you shouldn't claim like the black identity. If that's the case, it's a whole lot of brothers and sisters out here who did not have a relationship with their father who shouldn't. I'm black. I mean, if that's what you're saying, then this is that. And to that point, she don't have a point, but if this is how Sage really feels, then she must have forgot her dad was black, because she does not act like a black person. So, like, Sage, what is your excuse? Your pops was in your life.
I listened to bits and pieces of the clip that has been going around, and she's like, I grew up with my grandmother and my mother who's white. Yeah. No one's denying your whiteness.
Exactly.
Okay. No one's denying your whiteness. No one's asking you to defend your whiteness. My whole thing is these unnecessary people who feel like they have to disparage their blackness in order for them to be acceptable to the masses. Like, Sage has been notorious with unnecessary comments about being a biracial person. Okay, congratulations, you're biracial. But as much as you want to get away from your blackness, baby, you're black. Okay? I don't know who told you otherwise. Because the question was, does she select in the census white or black? Because there's no biracial. At one point, there was no biracial option. And she was just like, well, I grew up with my mother and my grandmother, so I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And then she was like, a friend told her that Barack Obama selects black. Well, I find that pretty interesting. That's fascinating because he's never known his father, blah, blah, blah. So that's it. Who gives two shits? Right. What the one drop rule is the one drop rule, buddy. Sorry to tell you.
Also, he didn't really have a relationship with his father because his father died. like I think his pops died. His pops when he was like a little kid. So it was like, bro, how is he supposed to have a relationship with a person who's not even here? It's like this stupid identity crisis that a lot of people who are biracial have. It's like, it's just dumb as fuck. And Sage is one of those people. Like, you could tell she wasn't accepted by the white kids. She wasn't accepted by the black kids. So now that she's got a little bit of status, she's going to appeal to the whites. Like, that is who she is appealing to. And I just got to say this, Sage, stick to sports. Because if I remember, there was a time when Jamel Hill was talking about like political issues, y'all raised holy hell at ESPN about anchors sticking to sports. So Sage, I don't ever want to tell anyone to stick to doing what they do, but this is one of them cases where stick to calling the game, stick to being an analyst, because you obviously don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I just want her to just at this point, like, what are you doing this for? Like, they're gonna pull you. Are you just trying? Is your angle is to just try to be controversial? Just so you can eventually ride off into the sun and do your own thing? Is that what it is? So you want to, yeah, something is going on. I give you all the love to get some help because it's clear that you need some help.
You know, they pulled her.
Therapy. Oh, well,
they pulled her.
Without a doubt, they were going to. ESPN was like, we've seen this all too much. Too many times. Let's pull you out.
They're saying it was because of the positive COVID test. What she said and the positive COVID test, I'm like, they just threw the and COVID in there. I was like, nah, you got pulled because of that dumb shit you was saying. Was funny, some other dumb shit that came out about her. Remember what's the young lady who was on The Bachelorette? Rachel, I forget her last name, but she's on the podcast with Van Lathan, and she said that the first time she met Sage Steele, she was excited and she pretty much was like, I'm so glad you didn't pick a black man. She was really happy that she did not pick one of the black dudes on The Bachelorette. And, you know, she was just kind of like, wow, like kind of taken aback, like, yo, who was this woman? Like, y'all can go out there and y'all can read the article. It came out last night, so y'all can read it. But you know, and I was just like, yo, this is crazy. And I'm trying to see if I can find out.
The hatred is real out here.
If I can grab the young lady's name because I don't.
But the notion of, while you're looking, the notion of oh my God, black people didn't like me, white kids didn't like me. Yeah. That's just being a kid. Nobody liked me, okay?
Yeah, a lot of us weren't like that as kids, you know.
I was a tall, lanky girl who couldn't fit in nowhere, okay?
I was chubby, so you know I got picked on.
Everybody got picked on to some degree. Now, I will say bullying is a little bit different now.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. But I'm just saying, back then, bullying was like whatever you didn't have. Oh, guess what? I'm going to talk about you. You different than me. I'm about to talk about you. And that was it.
Back then, you had to learn the ropes. It was like, I know these ropes ain't necessarily going to hit, but shit, you ain't going to talk about me all the goddamn time.
God, yeah.
What else? You know what's crazy about what Rachel Lindsay was saying as well? She said stuff about Bachelor. Producers, the black guys that they put on The Bachelor are black guys that do not date black women. Like, and I was just like, wow. I kind of had a feeling, a little inkling. I was like, because these are some, you know, some whitewashed brothers on here. But it was just weird that, you know, Sage would be thrilled at that. And I guess maybe not so weird because her husband is a Wahite man.
Here we go.
That should be the title of the episode, Wahites in Heat or some shit.
God.
But do better, Sage. Do better. What's even crazier though, one more thing about Sage, as Jamel Hill had pointed out, she literally threw her I hate saying female, but she threw her female analyst under the bus by basically, you know, about how they dress and everything. Like, you know what you're doing with these outfits you put on when you go interview these guys. And it's just like, whoa, like, how dare you even say that? I was like, yeah, they know what they doing. They putting on some dope ass clothes to go out here and interview these niggas. They're not thinking about being ogled by these niggas. They're not thinking about that. They're doing a job. And it's like, yo, Sage, what side, whose team are you on? I mean, we know whose team she's on, but
I mean, Jamel said it. She said it best. Clown behavior.
Big clown shoes.
She out here with she's out here with the big red nose and the shoes and the whole fit. Okay, she is clowning for America.
So, is Sage Steele the female version of Terry Crews?
Oh,
is she the woman version of Terry Crews?
I thought you were saying Candace Owens, because that's what she.
They're probably cousins. They're cousins.
I don't know if I would call. I mean, they're close. They're in the family. Okay. I would definitely say they're in the family because I feel like Terry Crews makes it a point to actually come out and speak on things just out of this world. Just dumb shit where we was like, damn, Terry, what? We wasn't even thinking about you and you just came out of nowhere.
Literally. I'm going to tell you who's going to be.
I don't want to be in the cookout. The good thing about not being invited to the cookout is not have to bring a
Drink the
plate
Kool-Aid
or whatever. I'm like,
not sipping the Kool-Aid.
Corny ass.
I'm gonna tell you who's at that cookout though. Terry Crews, Candace Owens, Sage Steele, Hubert Davis and his white wife.
God, I forgot about this dude. Unnecessary tidbits. This nigga was strong.
Like
it's just strong and wrong, nigga.
I just really want to know, it's like, where do y'all come from? Like, who are y'all niggas, man? It is just like, why?
No one is asking for any of this, yet they are giving it to us.
They just, and at some point in time, it's just like, yo, Sage, stop talking. It's for like a lot of these people, it's like, like, I don't have to tell all my business on this type of thing. It's like, and even if you feel this way, it's wrong for you to feel this way about all these things. Just don't say it. If you have these dumb ass ideologies, just don't say it.
But you also have to remember, we live in a day and age where everybody feels like they need to express themselves publicly. Every opinion, whether it's well-intended, well-informed or not, they feel like they need to express themselves. So,
well, we know who won't be expressing themselves. Sage still all over ESPN.
Suspended.
Double homicide on that ass. Her ass was just like, God damn, Sage. Well, on that note, let's get to this ad.
Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Going over to their IG, it's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy, everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
Topic number 2. Man. Where were you during the great Facebook and Instagram outage of 2021?
Where were you? I was I was on the beach.
Oh, okay, so did you even know it was down?
I mean, I knew it was down, but also like, who cares?
Yeah,
I was in the sun.
I was kind of under that same inkling of what was I doing? I was off. Yeah, I wasn't doing a goddamn thing. I didn't even know the shit was down. I wasn't on any type of social media. I went to post and I was like, oh, must not be working. My post is still kind of circling, and I just kind of got off, talked to some homies, and then I think the thing that irritated me was my entire phone stopped working. Like I couldn't send texts, couldn't make phone calls. I was like, what the hell is going on?
You got? Oh, you got a Droid. Okay, my bad.
Whoa. Do not come for my piece of shit Samsung, which I will be getting rid of very soon. Do not come for it. I was like, AT&T. I couldn't even call AT&T. I checked my bill. I was like, oh, this has been paid. So I know that ain't it.
Why is that always the first thing? Like, I know I paid my bill. Let me check.
That's because niggas get real scared. It's like, oh, hold on now. Like, you look. I know I might be a couple days late, but I ain't missed a whole month,
right?
But that was my my only concern. And once I kind of got back home to Wi-Fi, my phone started working again. But it was crazy though. Folks were literally freaking out. Twitter was like, oh, we back in business, baby. We popular again. Everyone is coming back here. Facebook was down for like what, 8 hours?
Yeah. So apparently all of Facebook apps, which includes Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Oculus. Who actually is using Oculus?
Nerds.
It began displaying error messages around 11:40 a.m. Eastern. And then within minutes, Facebook had disappeared from the internet. Which that's the one thing. I was on Facebook and I was just like, "Hey man, what my Facebook?" There was nothing. And apparently 3.5 billion people around the world use all of these apps to communicate, and it was down for hours on end. For about it says the outage lasted over 5 hours, and then some apps slowly flickered back to life. But I thought it was longer than 5 hours.
Yeah, I think it was like 8 hours. Yeah. It was definitely longer than 5.
Because I felt like even though there were a few posts that were like, "Are we back? Are we back?" Like I felt like my Instagram wasn't up fully,
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
wasn't.
"Man, fuck this! I ain't about to go back and keep doing this." But I know them influencers though.
Man, it was like folks was out here going crazy, and I was just like, okay, I ain't at that level yet, but I was like, okay, I'll do what y'all do. Facebook should have sent out a tweet. It was like, nah, we ain't back yet. Go outside, niggas. Go outside like the olden days before y'all was fucking glued to y'all phones at every waking moment. It was actually refreshing. I wasn't on social media, but it was definitely refreshing because it was like people actually were having conversations for those that phones were working. What's crazy though is a lot of conspiracy theories as to why Facebook went down.
Here we go again. Here we go.
I myself did not know anything about the whistleblower. I had found out during the outage about the
60-minute special.
Yeah, what was her name? The whistleblower, Frances Hugan, just dropped the bomb. She sent emails, all types of threads to like the Wall Street Journal, the Congress, which she actually met with Congress on Tuesday to basically say what we all know. Facebook is a trash ass app that pretty much incites your anger. If there's anything that's racist content, anything to make you angry, the algorithm sends that to you, so you can be angry, so you can talk about that. They send that to you more than they do fucking puppy videos and fucking mukbang videos and stuff. And it's crazy though to think that these people built this type of tool, which was meant at some point in time for us to, hey, I'm hanging out with my college buddies, we're interacting, and now it's literally probably one of the most dangerous and racist apps that's out there. I remember at the peak of, with George Floyd, the BLM thing, and it was just like niggas was getting put in jail for the dumbest stuff, like Facebook jail. I had a residency in Facebook jail. It was horrible, and it was to the point where it was like white people could call you a nigga, they could call you the worst things that you would ever call a black person, but the second you said white devil or you called them a cracker ass cracker or anything like that, the black people were the ones who were getting flagged. And I was like, I fucking hate this app. And what's crazy is, and I'll stop talking in a second, is Instagram is slowly turning into what Facebook is. I had 2 of my posts pulled down yesterday, and these are just the simplest meme, nothing that was foul. And you know me, when I first got on Instagram, it was some wild stuff that I was posting. It was some stuff I was like, okay, bro.
I was like, this is a brave ass man here.
It's some of the memes that I posted. Captions were on point, but I was like, yo, this is nah. I'm ashamed of some of that stuff.
But boy.
It's like I got 3 posts pulled down within the week, and they were like, yo, if you keep doing this, we're gonna ban your page. And I'm like, yo, these are literally, one of them was like a meme about people touching your glasses, and my caption was like, yo, if you touch my glasses like that, I'm gonna fuck you up. That was it. And I was like, people were laughing like, same thing happens to me, and that's what is getting me getting me, banned. I'm like, yo, it's all fucking trash.
Yeah, I heard Zuckerberg lost at least 3 bills.
7. It was
Was
7
it
bill.
7?
Yeah.
Oh,
After the final count.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he lost some bills that I ain't got. Okay.
Man, still rich though. He's still
the pockets are still fine. The
if you
pockets are
woke
still
up
fine.
and you lost $7 million and you were still a billionaire, is it just like that's like $5 to me? Or was it like,
I still be crying. I still be crying.
I'd be crying too, but then he gonna fix it and do some other algorithm shit, and he gonna be back up there.
Get it back.
The one
That's
crazy
people
thing.
are addicted. Like,
so, do you feel like they should regulate Facebook or regulate these apps in general?
Yes and no, because I feel like there should be some restrictions of how they are controlling these apps, but it shouldn't be to the point where, because it shouldn't be to the point where, guess what, the government is now controlling these apps, because the whole point of having these apps is the freedom to communicate freely.
I agree with that.
So yeah, so it's a yes and no, because what all these apps are doing is just collecting data. That's what they're doing. They're collecting all the data from the individuals that are decided to sign their lives away, their information away, liking everything, which is then passed on to other companies that's going to use cookies and caches and send more stuff to you, and it's all data being passed around. That's all it is.
Here's one thing that if I were the person in charge of making these rules for these apps, I'm implementing. It's got to be some age limits. There's got to be some age limits, because what is doing? I mean, us as adults, it affects us. Yeah. So imagine how it affects the youth and everything that they got to do. And 2, there's got to be like some mandatory breaks. I think I heard Charlamagne say that you got to put like some breaks in there. So it's got to be something, because you're not going to do it yourself. There's got to be a time limit, something where the app itself is like, hey, you've already been on here for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Your page it's got to be something like that. It's got to be something.
Have you gotten the notification of how long you've been on social media? Like I've stopped getting it. I remember having it, putting it on my phone. Like, all right, let me do 1 hour of this. Let me do 1 hour of this. I don't even get those notifications no more.
They was like, nigga, you in this. Right. It's like you addicted.
Right. Let me just let her live at this point.
Your phone was like, I'm just going ahead and shut this off for her.
She
doesn't have the willpower to do it. Let's go ahead and save our battery by turning this off.
Turn off all these unused ass apps and this one.
I would grill the fuck out of Zuckerberg too. I'm like, 8 hours, huh? The whistleblower dropped these bombs and y'all went down for 8 hours. You was over there purging files, huh? I would come down so hard on them.
I mean, they did say it was the error was done by themselves. Right, by themselves. It was a user error by them. So something is up. I agree. I don't know what. We probably will never find out. They're gonna get what you was gonna say.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I want to cut you.
No, I'm just saying Zuckerberg is gonna be summoned again with his weird haircut to the government, and he's gonna make up some shit and make up some lies and find a story that sounds believable. So I don't know.
You know what it was? It was literally Zuckerberg was like, yeah, go ahead and delete the files. Delete them. All right. That's what it was. He hit up an intern. He was like, yeah, send. He was like, delete. The routers went down. I was like, man, what kind of routers y'all got? I was like, I know y'all ain't got the same router we got in these apartment complexes where when every nigga gets on at like 8 o'clock at night, the whole goddamn can't nobody get on. I know y'all ain't got them routers. So come on, Mark. Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit.
Bullshit ass router. Come on, man. That's supplying the world? No. Come on.
You know what else is crazy about it though? Is this is the thing. I don't think one company should have that much say with all these apps, because that's some crazy. All of the apps went down, and I didn't know. I mean, of course, you know what's the one? WhatsApp. I knew WhatsApp
WhatsApp
was used a lot overseas, but I didn't know the magnitude of it. Like
Oh yeah,
apparently,
that's all.
like
Yeah, that's
Africa,
all
Latin
everybody
America.
uses.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my go-to when I'm out of the country.
Mhm.
Everybody, I'm talking about everybody's card, business card. They have their little WhatsApp number.
Yep.
Fuck a regular number. It's WhatsApp or nothing.
And then for that to go down, imagine not being able to communicate with your family like another country. It's like, yo, Mark, like things ain't looking too good for you, buddy boy.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. Good luck, buddy.
For real, for real. Let's keep this thing on rolling. I think it is time for one of my favorite segments that we like to call Y'all Niggas Tripping. Y'all Niggas Tripping. Let's go ahead and bring this up for y'all niggas tripping. Keeping it in line with the theme of this episode, I'm gonna go first. My y'all niggas tripping is going out to Raising Cane's, you know, the chicken strip joint. A lot of places, a trend around the country where fast food places, a lot of jobs just can't keep employees because they're not paying people enough to keep their employees. So Raising Cane's like, okay, they don't want to work, so I'm gonna make all y'all in our corporate offices, y'all gonna go to work. Y'all go on them aprons and drop them chicken strips. Raising Cane's is now making all of their corporate staff work the registers. They are pretty much running their franchises until they can actually get enough employees to actually work. And to that, I be hell to the no. There ain't no way in the world. I'd be like, this is my last day. Like I'm corporate. Like
this is why I became corporate. So exactly. I don't have to work at these greasy ass restaurants anymore. Because I'm sure a number of them, because I know a few people that literally started from the bottom. They worked their ass their way up top just from McDonald's drive through, did the fries, and then got into corporate, was a manager, and then decided to actually go into the offices and stay their asses in the offices.
Yeah, they got tired of smelling like fries.
At this time, at this point, why would you not choose to just pay people more money? I don't understand this.
You know why? Because CEOs are greedy. Because I'm sure their CEO is probably making like $40 million a year, some stupid shit, which I'm not saying CEOs don't deserve to get paid. You don't deserve to get paid that much. I can say, okay, $6 million, that's a decent salary for someone who's running a company. Then divvy out the rest of that money to the underlings. $40 million, you don't even make that. It's a chicken strip joint. Y'all make chicken strips. And not even good chicken strips at that. Zaxby's is way better.
I've never had Raising Cane, so
it's fucking trash. It's dry. If you don't have that little dipping sauce, they're terrible. Garlic bread is good though, but outside of that, I didn't bust my ass to get an MBA, to get a PhD, to work in HR, just for you to be like, I need you to go down to the franchise and drop them fries. You know?
We're really looking for everyone to really dig deep and go back to their roots. So we're going to have everybody go a week or 2 or maybe 3 months and really work down in the dirt.
Oh man, they're gonna be out here like, you know, we need to give them motherfuckers $15 an hour because I can't wear this hairnet all goddamn month. Them folks, I guarantee we're gonna probably report back. Raising Cane's like, oh, we have a full staff because we are now paying $17 an hour.
Yo, in actuality, I'm so tired of this minimum wage
bullshit
fight. Because if you think about it, minimum wage is still poor.
Literally, it's in the name. Minimum.
You still gonna
say maximum wage. This is minimum wage. You are working for the bare minimum.
So you gonna barely get by.
Which is crazy that minimum wage has not gone. Everything is going up except for that. It's like, God damn, y'all not paying people enough to even live. It's like, come on.
I cannot stand this fight that's going on right now.
And it's the dumbest fight ever. It is just like, how come y'all just don't want everybody to just at least have a piece of the pie. Like, come on. It is literally enough for everyone to be able to live out here. This is apparently the world's greatest country. We're the world's richest country, yet it doesn't add it up. It does not make sense.
Yeah,
Raising Cane's, y'all niggas is tripping.
Yeah, they are definitely tripping. And speaking of other people tripping, come on now. This goes. I think this goes with my brand of what I do as far as my comedy and whatnot. And when I saw this, I was like, yeah, I have to talk about this. And I even pulled up the article and the website just to confirm this is an actual real thing that's going on. Now, to the listeners, I posted a picture of this Instagram, and the Instagram is of a business that I quote is called heightlengthening.com. That is the website, heightlengthening.com. And there's two images right now, and there is two gentlemen, one that appears to be the doctor that is standing next to the patient, and the patient is he appears to be a lot shorter. How short?
Like
it says
5'3".
here he's 5'3".
Pretty short.
He says that he's 5'3". And then the second picture is still the doctor and the gentleman who had received the procedure, and now he is 5'8". And in the caption, this man said, in the caption, the place says, here's a transformation of a young man in his 30s who was 5'3". He underwent the height lengthening procedure on his femurs and his tibias in a staged fashion using the stride nail. Ouch. He gained a grand total of 5.8 inches in his height. He now stands at 5'9", which it fucking said, the image says 5'8", so you already lying right now. 5'9" and slightly taller than Dr. M with his shoes on. Okay? And okay.
I can't stop laughing at it because this is just, I got so many questions. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, like, can we stop? Can we stop? Listen, be your short best self. I'm sorry. There is no way. But I will say, I understand how some of you men are like, well, I see women out here changing their bodies, getting BBLs, getting nose jobs.
So you're an advocate for niggas getting the height lengthening.
I feel like we've gone too far.
Yeah, I think we're at a point where we're not coming back from this.
When you're adding steel rods into your bones, like,
yeah. At
this point, I feel like we've gone overboard. Like we've done all we can do. Like I don't think we talked about this, but we've seen booty implants where people are getting their asses lifted. Men are getting their
up. Yeah. Men are getting booty.
Men are getting booties. Men are getting booty, calves, pecs.
Just trying to get double cheeked up out here.
Listen, you do what you want to do. I'm all good. But this height thing, y'all gotta just why can't you just be happy with being the short kings and queens that you are? Okay.
Adrian, how tall are you?
I'm 5'11 3/4.
So all you short ass niggas, Adrian in her 5'11 3/4 is looking down on y'all, saying, "Be happy, little man. Be happy in your short stature." No, I agree with you. Because it's not like short dudes aren't out here doing the damn thing.
Agreed.
I mean, it's just short cats out here. You still pulling ladies. My thing with this though is my man who got his the height lifting done. You still ain't gonna pull no chicks, man, because what's gonna happen? She gonna look at you and be like, "I turned you down when you were 5'3". Now you're 5'9". What the hell happened? You a grown ass man. Ain't no grown ass man out here getting no growth spurts. Like it's already a deal breaker there, bro. You can't go back and shoot your shot at any woman that you shot your shot at when you were short.
At this point, at this point, if you get your height lengthening surgery, you're gonna have to move to a different city.
You got to. And it's one of those things as well, like You're not playing basketball. So what is the point? You're not any type of athlete. Like, I was like, come on, bro. Like, just be happy with who you are. Also, so you're gonna have these long ass legs and short ass arms. Like, like, like you got the T-Rex arms. Like, what are you doing?
Oh,
like, just imagine him trying to tie his shoes. You're not gonna reach him. Like, there's so many. I just got so many questions. I saw a video of a guy that had the surgery done, and it looked like it was so painful, that recovery process.
Yeah, and where are the scars? Where are the scars going to be at? So you gonna have disformed knees? Your knees gonna be fucked up? Like what? Where's that at? I mean, at this point, you are willing to spend, because no one's talking about how much this shit costs. You're willing to spend 50 grand for 5 extra inches?
Yeah, short niggas will do it. You short niggas will do it. You know what this is? This is definitely coming from the niggas who were turned down by just not even tall women, just women who are their same height. It was like, you're not tall. I was like, you're the same height as me. It's gonna be all the little men going out here to get these surgeries.
So you know what? I'm gonna also say, I'm gonna play the opposite end. Hey, as long as it looks good and it looks natural, go right ahead and do it. But if you out here with baby arms
Majority
and long legs,
like,
and them arms don't match, you know how they be like, them thighs don't match for women who was getting BBLs. The thighs gotta match. Guess what, man? Them arms gotta match.
I'm really thinking about where they're gonna put these scars at. Is it like at the back, like where your legs kind of fold, or like where your knees?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, where are you inserting?
Start keloiding from the scars. Like, I'm just saying, there's so many discrepancies and issues that may come about, but at the same time, you're risking all of that just for 5 extra inches. Go right ahead if that's what you want to do.
I mean, hey,
but if you
go lengthen, you gotta lengthen everything else. You gotta get the arms done. You might as well get your torso done, because I'm like, bro, you just look awkward.
And then when you get taller and your schlong is still the same size.
that's another. So chicks gonna be like, yeah, but man, you like 6'3", but this package here, it's
bro, this don't add up. This don't make no sense.
That's another thing, nigga. That's another part of the consultation. I gotta be like, okay, so we're going to lengthen your legs. Do you want some extra length added to your meat as well? Like, you might as well get the whole package done, bro. Get the Cadillac of surgeries done on your body.
You're gonna be a whole new person. You won't even be able to recognize yourself.
I feel like we're getting to that point. I feel like our generation might be like one of the last generations of like natural bodies. Some of us, because some of us, we're not there. Remember when it was a time when you looked at some of our celebrities back in the day when it was all natural bodies? I mean, you had a couple people that had big breasts and some that had big butts, but not like how it is now. I really feel like the generation now, y'all all just gonna be Barbies and Ken dolls. Like, from the niggas to the women, from the lace fronts on the dudes to, it's just like, we just build a bear. Everybody got to build a body.
Yeah, we're all playing the game of, can you spot the difference?
So let me ask you this question: if in a perfect situation you had all the bread in the world, is it something that you'd be like, I might go under the knife? Is there anything?
No, because I scar too easily no. I scar way too easily. There is nothing.
So if it wasn't for the fact of the scarring, is it like, I just don't want to do it, or I'd rather work out? What is it? Just, you just ain't gonna do it at all?
Yeah, I don't want to do it because, like, for instance, I'm part of the itty bitty titty committee, and if I get some boobs, I gotta exchange them every 10 years or whatever have you, just so the silicone won't seep into my body. Hey,
I thought it was a different way they did them now.
Whatever, saline or whatever have you. Sometimes there are risks where, guess what? The implants will reject your body, and you will be fucked up. So I'm okay. I'm that scary person. Nope, I don't want to do it. Nope.
I've been thinking about those things, as well. Would I do anything? I mean, it's just like anything that's on my body, it can literally be changed by doing like maybe 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups. I've told myself, like, if I was really disciplined and gave myself like 4 months, I could probably, knock some weight down if I were really disciplined. It's not to the point where I want to go under the knife. You'd have to pay me though. Like I'll gladly get on that table like Funk Master Flex if you are paying me, because Funk Flex had his body did. I would do it there. It's just like, man, like, come on, y'all.
I'm okay.
And you know what? One last thing on this. If I were a bouncer, I would be an asshole. I'm like, my man, on this ID, you 5'3". I'm like, this is not you ain't getting in the club. I'm like, nah, I'm not letting anybody in the club. I'm like, nah, my man, this ain't you. This ain't you.
I mean,
you gotta buy new pants too. Yeah. I was thinking about you gotta buy all new clothes.
It's a whole new wardrobe. It's a whole new wardrobe.
Like, that's crazy. Nah, it's you know what? I think it was over in Europe. They got a club where people could wear different shoes to make themselves like taller. Some people had like lower shoes. I was like, who knew people were this self-conscious about being tall? Like, my only reason for wanting to be tall was so I could dunk a back. That's my only. I just want to dunk. That's it. I just want to dunk.
That was me too. I wanted to be tall just so I could touch the backboard a little bit more.
I got to the point where I could touch the rim, but I could not dunk it. I kept getting hung. I was like, you know what? Layups. That's my thing. Like, it's just not meant for me to dunk. Like, I'm just not that tall. You just got to live with what God's blessed you.
And that's okay.
Exactly. Live with what God has blessed you with. Let's get to this final ad and then the final topic.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that, because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Woohoo!
Yo, this was one of those topics that I was just kind of scratching my head. Ray J had got a tattoo of Brandy's logo on his arm. He's like, this is love. This is real love. I couldn't have asked for a better brother. I love you. It's what Brandy put on her IG after Ray J shared the picture of the tattoo. And a lot of people were just like, wait, they're related? And I was scratching my head, Boogie. I really was, because it's like, where the hell y'all niggas been at for the last 15, 20 plus years?
I mean, I want to say, first of all, get well soon, speedy recovery to Ray J. I heard he is in Miami, in the Miami hospital for pneumonia.
Definitely speedy recovery to that, brother.
So speedy recovery to that. But yeah, I saw Ray J trending because people were really baffled into knowing that Ray J is related to Brandy. That's all I knew. That's all I knew Ray J as for a long time.
Literally.
Brandy's little brother, Ray J. That's literally what's his title. Y'all know him from Brandy's show. Give it up for Brandy's little brother, Ray J.
He was in Moesha. Hell, even Little Kim told us, hey, ain't that Brandy's brother? Like, was y'all not listening to the song?
Yeah. But I will say, maybe kudos to him that he's gotten out of Brandy's I would say limelight or shadow.
Was he really in it though? Because I kind of felt like he kind of
Not
had
really.
his
He had his
own little
own
lane. He had his
thing.
own little lane.
He definitely had his own lane, but for the longest, I would say mainstream just knew him as Brandy's little brother. So, but for the longest, Ray J was like, "Yo, I got so much more to offer," and he really showed us. Okay,
I mean, he did.
Live? Are we live? Are we live?
I mean, let's go down the list of Ray J's accomplishments. For those of y'all who are listening, I'm gonna read off on the screen the list of Ray J's accomplishments. One, he is Brandy's brother.
Yes.
He dated Whitney Houston.
Oh my God.
Lil' Kim.
Yep.
Pam Anderson.
Yes, sir.
Made Kim Kardashian famous. I'm sure some of y'all saw the tape.
Okay.
He is a member of the Bloods.
Is that true?
Allegedly.
Okay.
Let's say allegedly.
Yeah,
I don't know. Allegedly.
Let's do that.
I haven't fact checked that, so we'll say allegedly a member. Let's see. Made One Wish.
Come on now. If
Probably his greatest hit.
Wish.
We was all dancing in the rain. I remember when that song came on. I had a little young lady. I was like, I'm so sad. What?
Right.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Great song.
That was a banger.
Those are probably. I'm trying to think. Didn't he? What was his other one? What was that one? Sexy Can I or whatever.
Oh
that
was. Sexy Can I? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They had that one.
Can I just say the manners?
The Scooty Bike Company. He's literally making bread off those. He's got the Raycons.
Raycons. Come on now.
This one's a little weird. Suge Knight signed over his life rights. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't realize that. That was a thing.
I thought you had to be like a relative to actually, but what else? Oh, Ray J had the them glasses. Remember them glasses that was on the Breakfast Club, the ones that flipped down. Also, the very funny interview when Speedy was like, "I could break them." He's like, "Break them. I can break them." He's like, "I don't want to break them," and he broke them. And he was like, "I don't care."
Literally ripped him out. Because of a lot of young people that didn't know that he was related. I decided to do a search of siblings, black celebs that are siblings that people may not know, but
quite a few.
It was pretty obvious to me, but this is just a few that I pulled out that I wanted to share.
When I looked through these, I was like, some of these definitely you can tell. Who's this with Megan Good?
Megan Good, that's her sister. She's an actress, and I freaking forgot her name. She has a child with two children with an R&B singer. But yeah, she's an actress. She's done a few things.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have looked up her name. I completely forgot her name.
No sleep. I can look it up.
But yeah, we all know. If you guys don't know, Jussie Smollett, however you want to call it, and Journey Smollett. They're brothers. They're siblings. They all look alike. It's about 5 of them. They all look alike. But Lisa Ray and Debrat are siblings. If you didn't know. And
that was also, one in the beginning that I was like, really? I would say, I mean, I've known for some time, but when I first found out, I was shocked by that one.
And this is just to throw up in the air. Yara Shahidi and Nas are actually cousins. They're related. Yep. But also, there's one that took me by surprise that I didn't know for a long time. But Nia Long
and some more.
And some more.
A lot of people didn't know about that one.
I did not know about that. I did not know about that. That was a while ago, but I did not know.
I'm gonna throw. There's a couple more out there. Gabrielle Union and Saweetie.
Yes, they are cousins.
They're cousins. Wood Harris and Steve Harris. Yep. That one, because when people see the two of them, you wouldn't necessarily know, but then when they're standing beside each other, it's like I can kind of see it a little bit.
Yeah.
The who else is out there?
Lorenz Tate and his brother, who is a comedic actor. Forgot his fucking.
Is that the? I always get him. Wait, is that the? I'm not gonna say the name because I don't know if that's him or not. But I always feel like Lorenz Tate and the dude from "Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood," the one that was Sean's dad. Yes. Are they brothers?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was
that's the one. Nigga. That was the kid. About? Yeah.
Okay.
That was the kid that was like, "That's my dad." They are brothers.
Okay, so I'm not tripping then because I was like, them niggas look a lot alike.
They look a lot alike. Yes.
strong ass genes. I mean, just Hollywood. A lot of people out here, man. The families, the bloodlines run
Hey
thick.
man, pass it on. Hey, you better
It's
pass
the
it
white
on.
ones. You gotta look at who the white ones.
Oh,
Charlie Sheen.
it's a gang of them. The Owens, the
Yeah.
Wilsons, Owen
Yep.
Wilson. Yeah.
His brother Luke.
Yeah.
Yep.
Luke.
Emilio Estevez and Charlie
Yep.
Sheen. It's quite a few. It's yeah. I'm like, huh.
It's a gang
Sometimes
of them. Nepotism is real. Why not keep it in the family?
might as well, because hell no, I'm bringing all my family in. Like, come on,
Bring them all. The Wayans, you better bring them all.
Shit, the Wayans, they got enough family for all of us. That's on. I was like, God damn,
Listen,
I'm not
can
mad
I be
at
a
them.
Wayans?
For real, I will change my last name right now.
In a heartbeat. Come on now.
Oh man, but again, I was just like, well, okay. I was like, y'all learned something new. Ray J and Brandy are related, y'all.
But I also would like to pose this question. Would you get your sibling tatted on your body?
No.
Sibling name tatted on you. Like, I'm all for like sibling tattoos. I really like that idea, but just to get randomly my sibling's name, I don't know about that.
I could do a name like if my brother passed away, something like that. I could do that. Now, when you first said sibling,
that's different.
I thought you meant like his face. I was like, nah. I was like, because some people get their family members' faces tattooed on them. I was like, hell no, I'm not getting that nigga's face tattooed on me. But yeah, I get his name. You know, I'm like, okay, mom, dad, Chad, put you on there too. You know. I mean, let's just go down the list of tatted up names. I gotta have a reason though. I'm not just like, all right, bro, I got your name tatted on me. It's gotta be a reason for me to do it.
But you know what? I have no ill will. I have no issue with Ray J putting the Brandy and the way he did it. He did the Brandy Moesha font.
Mm-hmm.
He did the Moesha font because guess what? That's really what made him as well.
This is true. He got his start on Moesha. Go back and watch Moesha.
Yeah, he was in the videos. He was in Brandy's videos, but everybody wasn't paying attention to this little boy. Shine. This little boy that's in the video, like, hey, that's my sister. No one gives a fuck.
I remember the first time I saw him on Moesha, he was playing like a Muslim dude.
Yeah.
Like, got this nigga selling bean pies on here. And then he came back as Dorian, like the thugged out nigga.
Everybody was like, so we just not gonna act like he wasn't.
He was so unbelievable. I was like, this nigga supposed to be from the hood. Like there's nothing that says that Dorian was like this nigga out here. But I was like, all right, you know,
this high pitched man, voice man.
I'm out here just thugging in these streets, Miles. You know,
no, that ain't it.
Well, before we get out of here, but we should probably have one of the worst endings ever. Like the cliffhanger was just horrible.
Yeah, I stopped watching. I wasn't the ones that actually went back to watch Moesha after when it got back on Netflix or something. Because I was just like, man,
it's tough to go back and watch.
It's hard to watch that show. It really is.
My parents hated Moesha growing up. We was growing up as kids because my mom thought that she was too smart mouth. She was like, she just is too sarcastic. She talks back to her parents too much. You in a black household, you want to talk back very often. And they was like, she is just too lippy. But now when you go back and look at it, I saw how people were like, she was real mean to Kim and like a lot of her friends and stuff. So it's like, it was pretty bad.
It was throwing them fat jokes left and right. I was like, God.
That was like every show back then. It was like being fat was like, whoa. That was crazy. But yeah, especially Moesha. I'm sure it was great.
It got a little much. I will say the Parkers was
great
a
show.
Way better show.
Parkers is to this day, the Parkers still holds up. Like it is a great show. Like, I will find myself just sitting back watching reruns, cracking up. Like it still holds up. Like so, kudos to Monique and Countess Vaughn.
Yes, Countess Vaughn.
Yes. Shout outs to those folks. Well, Boogie, you know, we have sadly reached the end of episode 45, 5 away from 50.
We've come down to the end of the podcast.
We don't want to leave, but we got to go right now.
Yes,
it's been a pleasure. It has truly been a pleasure, No Sleep Crew. Please like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. Also, shout outs to all the folks who have been in the comments lately. Definitely appreciate y'all for rocking out, leaving us those comments, because we actually do read them and we do respond. We appreciate the interaction. If there's something that y'all think we could do better, maybe do more of or less of, let us know. We are open to feedback. If you guys want more bells, I'll give y'all more bells. You want more horns? What y'all want from a brother? We got y'all. We aim to please.
Yeah, y'all know y'all don't want no more bells or horns. So just
no, nigga, you don't want no more bells or horns. That's what it is. You don't want the bells or horns.
You're going trigger happy with these noises, with these sounds.
Sometimes you gotta let the people know that this is one, their favorite late night podcast, and two, the production value on their favorite late night podcast is going up. It is going up, and Adrian, I only got one thing to say. That's all we got to say. You know, that's what we got to say. And I think on that note, wait, you got anything for the people before we get about it? You got anything for the people?
No, I was going to say facts. You are 100% accurate. As always, like we said earlier, like and subscribe. Smashing that bell button. Get that notification up out of here. Come on now. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
It really is a movement, and we appreciate y'all. It's 45 episodes.
45 episodes?
5 from 50. Goals, we get to 100. And then 200. And then 3. We just climbing up here. We appreciate you rocking with us. And I think on that note, it is time to get the hell up. I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
I'm